Today we will discuss about how to understand what best we can understand about mutual fund. And mutual fund is an investment vehicle through which people invest in capital market. Now, you can very well say that we can invest in capital market directly also by opening a demat account and then buying shares directly in the market. But you understand this, if you buy directly from capital market any equity or any debt, you are exposed to a variety of risk. Mostly we call it a market risk, and that market risk is a humongous, it's a big risk. People have lost a lot of money and company have run away. That is the example that we can always quote. Now, given this reality, what people should do, what ordinary persons should do, and here is a map before you that can always be displayed for anyone to understand. See, instead of going directly into capital market, what you should do is that investor, just look at the screen, investor will invest in the scheme of mutual fund. Now remember, I am saying investor will invest in the scheme of mutual fund, not that they invest in mutual fund. Yeah, mutual fund has got variety of scheme, lot of schemes. I will tell you in this another video that the schemes are typically of equity nature or of debt nature and of hybrid, that is a mix of equity and debt nature, and within that there are a lot of classification. So actually you invest in different schemes, fine, and those schemes are being managed by fund managers. They are the professional people, they know about the capital market much better than what we can think of. Now, mutual fund has got fund manager, and the investor invest in the schemes of the mutual fund. So the fund manager will deploy those investable funds, we'll call it a investable funds, into capital market where they buy equity, where they buy debt, and based upon the scheme objective. Remember all these words, scheme objective. Based upon the scheme objective, and they decide to make a good portfolio, efficient portfolio. So another word is portfolio, and that portfolio is basically a diversification of all the possible assets that is there under the scheme. So new words are there: portfolio, scheme objective, and then the diversification. No, so diversification, portfolio, and scheme objective, these are the words that actually you need to understand in terms of the concept. Once you are clear with the concept, then entire mutual fund is very simple thing. So the investment has now moved from investor to the mutual fund schemes, and from mutual fund schemes to the capital market, that is the capital market security, will say, in equity and bond. And here he's professionally managing that. What he does, he basically try to maximize the return, try to optimize the return. Both the words are fine, maximization of return, or we will say optimization of return. Basically, when we say optimization of return, that means while they are maximizing the return, they ensure risk comes down, risk gets minimized. No, that is called optimization. So that is what they do, and that reflects in the scheme in the form of net asset value, NAV. No, so you got another word, net asset value, NAV. We'll explain you about details of NAV in the coming videos. Now this NAV is reflected in the schemes, and thereafter it's the investor's choice, his investment objective, his financial goal. That is what he feel, when it fulfills, he can withdraw those money from the schemes in the form of either dividend or capital gain. So he can withdraw it whenever he feel like, when he feels that his investment objective is getting fulfilled. No, so that is the flow line of investment. So a lot of words that I have and that you must have come across, simple definitions were like this: investments in mutual funds are done through investors in the pool, through a pool mechanism. They pool their investment in the schemes of mutual fund. Mutual fund in turn invest that money into the equity and debt, that is in the capital market. Now these are professionally managed by the fund managers, and the whatever risk and return that is measured and displayed to you, reported to you monthly, fine, through a fact sheet, through a book called fact sheet, and that reflects in the form of net asset value, NAV. and this NAV is what is your value that you can always withdraw based upon your scheme objective. So these are the basic definition that you must be aware of and that you must remember. Now few words that I will summarize now to tell you that there is a word called portfolio, there is a word called diversification, there is a word called asset allocation, financial planning, scheme objective, investment objective, risk minimization, return maximization, net asset value, dividend, and capital gain. So nearly 15 words I could able to tell you. So based upon these 15 words, if you are able to understand the concept of mutual funds, so come and join the class, and there will explain you about the details of all these, what it matters. In last, no, why actually people have a problem when they say that mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. This is the disclaimer that normally you come across in the market. No, that is because investor always need, look at the left corner, left top, investor always wants certain return, but look at the destination of investment that gives you uncertain. That's an uncertain market. Nothing is fixed in capital market. Fine. So this combination of you expecting certain return and capital market offering you uncertain return, and that is where comes the management. That is what is the role of a fund manager, to ensure that what best they can do by using the means like portfolio making, diversification means putting a putting a series of securities in the portfolio, and mostly those are unrelated portfolios, unrelated securities. No, that is to create a less of risk, that is to create a minimization of risk. Fine. So portfolio diversification and different asset class. You have a equity, you have a debt, you have a commodity we invest in gold. Yes, commodity we invest in gold. We have equity, debt, commodity, and we also have a currency, though we do not invest in currency. That is a fact, we do not invest in currency. But now, given offshore funds, the way we have now international funds, actually you are also exposed to currency risk. Fine. So these all will come in the next program. So you have four asset class: equity and debt and currency and commodity, and you are exposed to these asset class risk directly or indirectly. Ultimately the objective is to fulfill the financial planning of an individual. Fine. So investors and his journey into capital market can be by two ways. One, by opening demat account directly and going into capital market. You need a lot of expertise, a lot of skill, a lot of patience, probably a lot of money also, if you want to be successful directly into the capital market. But a easier way is that you invest in the capital market in a small manner, in a small amount, and that is the way you can accomplish your journey into mutual fund investment. This being an introductory program, fine. This being an introductory program, I will suggest you to watch the other videos. Through that, you can actually make out what are the ways through which you can learn the mutual fund investments, what are the precautions that you are supposed to take while making mutual fund investments. Okay. So thank you for this small video. Thank you very much.